Hi, so I'm Jacqueline Romero, and I'm going to be presenting my 1 year parent involvement plan. So let me go ahead and start by sharing my screen. Let's see if it's going to let me do this. It is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so my 1 year involvement plan. So starting off in the fall, I'm going to introduce the children to the Mexican holiday, Dia de los Muertos, and share the cultural significance and how it relates to the American version of Halloween and the certain parallels. Then I will demonstrate and create an activity where the children will have an opportunity to create a mini ofrenda to a loved one, as shown here in the picture, right over here. I feel like this activity will allow them to connect with their parents by asking them questions about their past loved ones, about their history, about generations back. I think that's why this is kind of a way to involve parents without them being physically there. And then I'm going to invite families to a family pumpkin event. In this event, families will get to interact and collaborate with the little one by creating a pumpkin painting, as shown here. I think this would be a fun, lighthearted way to have the parents come into the classroom just to get a feel of what the children are doing during class time or as a group setting. Okay. The family partnership strategy / two-way communication for this. Since it's the beginning of the school year, my plan is to send out a newsletter to parents titled How to Kindergarten. The newsletter will briefly fill them in with the questions they may have about the classroom environment, materials, etc. That newsletter will have all of that listed or most of it listed. The newsletter will have also a link to the Flipgrid and the Remind app that will be the communication strategy implemented this year about future events, changes, change in curriculum, things like that. The Flipgrid video will be inviting the parents to the pumpkin painting event coming up. There will also be a survey titled Hey Stranger, Let's Be Strangers No More. The survey will consist of questions like what languages they prefer, what holidays they celebrate, what's their pickup preferences or communication preferences, if they rather like phone calls, the remind if it's been working for them, things like that. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to winter. So winter is coming. Winter is coming. Personally, when I think of wintertime, I automatically think of the holidays. I think of Christmas and all the traditions most Americans are used to. Although Christmas is wonderful, I will incorporate lessons and activities of other holidays that happen during the wintertime. The first activity will be reading a book on Hanukkah and the traditions and celebrations made during this Jewish holiday. Then I will follow up with an activity where the children will create their own menorah, not with the finger painting, but with a paper plate. And then tell me, and then I will ask questions about what they learned from the book, about the holidays that differ from ours or what differs from them and their families and such like that. So that would be the book that I'd be reading, and then that would be the activity. Very fun. The second part of the winter, since I had that survey and those newsletters sent out, from that information, I would have gathered that a major percentage of my classroom was Latinx. So with that, a major part of the winter holiday for most Latin Americans is the celebration of the Three Kings Day, or Dia de los Reyes. The children will get more accustomed to the traditions and customs with the read alouds, the activities. During circle time, after finishing out the chosen book on the topic, I will be reading out memories and traditions that their parents have celebrated on that day to the students, to also bring in their input into the classroom, again implementing them into the classroom. The book would be this one, The Three Wise Kings, and then I would have two activities. In the first activity, they would create the three kings with the toilet paper rolls, parchment paper, construction paper, which would be really fun. And then they would create a little camel right here with the finger painting, which I think would have been really fun. And then the family partnership strategy, two-way communication strategy for that. I will be creating a fifth grade video touching on the plans with parents. I will be explaining the activities plan, but also any books we will be reading in class. I will send off I will publish this video a week beforehand, so it gives times for parents to ask questions or have concerns, and then we will address it before the lesson starts, just to make sure I don't have to tweak anything. The information, like I said, provided from the strangers survey sent out, I would have grasped that there was a large percentage of Latinx families in the classroom. And because of that, I will incorporate a very traditional holiday that's celebrated in most Central American countries, Latin American countries. I will send off a newsletter off to families, inviting them to share those memories and traditions and things they would celebrate on that day that I will be later on be reading off to the kids. And then from the information provided in the newsletter by parents, I just said that. And then I will also introduce another app to the parents called Class Dojo, where I will be sharing photos of parents of the children as they work along with with activities and the progress that they're making. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to spring. When I think of spring, I think of Cinco de Mayo as a Latinx. So I'll be incorporating that, and then before we get started with the fun potluck and the movie with parents, I will briefly touch on the celebration of Cinco de Mayo by reading the children this book about Cinco de Mayo. And then this is gonna be a very fun event. Parents will come in, bring food, decorations, traditional or not, from whatever Latin American country they're from or anything like that. And then we'll be enjoying Coco, one of my favorite movies. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. And then the family partnership strategy, two-way communication with that is they're like the activities passed. There will be flip grid provided to parents explaining how and what we'll be doing when jumping into the topic in celebration of Cinco de Mayo. Below the flip grid, I'm gonna have a discussion thread where parents will share what they know about Cinco de Mayo and what it means. I think this is a really fun way for parents to interact with each other and just bounce off ideas off each other. There's no wrong answer, so parents have a free reign to voice their opinions and their thoughts. And because of the majority being Latinx, I will invite the parents to the classroom through a newsletter. The invitation will instruct them that if they please, that they may bring traditional Mexican or Hispanic foods to the potluck to celebrate Cinco de Mayo and enjoy a movie with the kids watching Coco. And then for those parents who could not make it, I would be updating them with pictures, videos, pictures of the activities and things like that. Kids working on the activities on Class Dojo. And then summer is the end of the year. I'll be sending off the kids for summer break. The one thing I look forward to in the summer, which I probably won't spend with them, is 4th of July and all the red, white, and blue popsicles my heart could desire. I will be reading the kids a book explaining the significance of 4th of July and the trailblazing things people did on 4th of July. And then I'll be doing a lighthearted make your own popsicle parent activity, which I will be inviting the parents to, just to have that one last hurrah event with the kids. Oh, here it is. And then the partnership strategy will be before the year ends. There's going to be one last get together, that one last goodbye, that one last to rejoice on everything that we had going on through the year. And my hopes is we're all together. I would want the parents to tell me how good or bad job I did, including different traditions, different customs into the classroom, but also them themselves into the classroom and being a part of the curriculum and the plan, the routine for the children. I will create a Flipgrid video, send off a newsletter letting parents know that they're welcome into the classroom to make a popsicle activity. And that would be the end of the year. I I hope you really enjoyed my presentation. I did my best. So yeah, thank you so much. And goodbye. Goodbye.